everybody, Kevin Coomer here. We're going to do the tip of the day by Wind River Outdoor Company there in Lander, Wyoming. I read some reviews, talked about the next tip, and the tip for the week came from a young one that's dear to me. He asked if I would talk about elk calls. Well, it's September. That is a pretty darn good idea, buddy. So, elk calls. There is a wide range of elk calls. A lot of people are having problems or have problems of finding the right call. I've tried them all from Primos to Carlson's, tried some Phelps calls, and I have also tried Rocky Mountain hunting calls, which that is where I landed. The reason for the Rocky Mountain hunting calls, why I went there, is they have a buffet of elk hunting calls, all the way from open reed to diaphragm, which was great because I actually struggled a long time ago with diaphragm calls. So therefore I was allowed to still have a good selection of elk calls and have them open reed. But now I am running the diaphragms once I learned how to do that. And with that, if you're a young hunter, a new hunter, or an experienced hunter that wants to learn the diaphragm side of things, I think Rocky Mountain hunting calls and us at the store do very well at putting a chart up. Rocky Mountain hunting calls will send us this, we'll blow it up, we'll hang it up to let you know what each diaphragm call is. So from expert level to size level. So if you're new into it, you can grab 3 of the easies, a small, medium, and large, and try all 3 and see what fits your mouth the best. Once you figure that out, then if you like the call you found, then run with it. But if you figure that out, okay, I like a medium palate, then you can start looking at their medium palates, and they have a ton of them. I run the Elk 101 series. New this year, I've been running the Bull series by Rocky Jacobs, and I'm seeming to like them as well. They're both real close to the same. The Bull seems a little bit softer, but still does a great bugle. But let's get into the call side first. An open diaphragm call, or an open reed, I brought a few today. This one's new. I got both of them that I brought are new this year. This is called the Little Flirt. We carry this at the store, and this thing, oh dude, don't let this size fool you. This thing puts out a lot of volume, and it's actually been my favorite one so far out of all the open reeds. I carry an open reed because sometimes I don't like having my diaphragm in my mouth the whole trip, so this can just hang around my neck. I have a nice little cow call at my disposal at any time. Another one new to the list is the Bull by Rocky Jacobson. He has his own open reed, and I haven't tried this one yet. I might try it out tomorrow actually. It looks cool. It's got flames on it. These are open reeds. They're very easy to run. You put your lips around here and make a good seal and just blow softly. Once you figure out how much you need for volume as you practice, the more you'll understand these. These are very easy to run. My kids started out with these, and they'll drive you nuts, but they work very well. But like I said, I run diaphragm calls. As of diaphragm calls, this is the Elk 101 series. This is my favorite call. The new to this year is this blue one with flames on it. This is the Bull, and they have a ton. These are just, this is like, I want to say they have, man, if I had to count, I bet they have over 20 for sure of different diaphragms. So when to choose a diaphragm, start on the easy side scale first and work your way up. On top of with the easy side, start with all 3 sizes to figure out what size you need. Another tip with the diaphragm side of things is practice at home before season. The best way I learned from a buddy of mine, because when you start making noise out of a diaphragm call, once you get the fundamentals down and you think you're starting to sound like an elk, but you're not sure, record yourself on your phone and listen back. Once you figure out, holy cow, that's starting to sound like an elk, then keep going forward with it. Practice at home before you bring them out to the field. I like diaphragms for 2 reasons. It's less stuff. I have 3 calls in this nice little case. I throw it in my pocket. I usually take one out and I keep it in my chest pocket. So I always have it. It's ready to roll. The other reason is you can throw emotions into a diaphragm call. So on either cow or bull, you can get real emotional and make a whole bunch of sounds. With one diaphragm call, I can sound like a whole bunch of different cows. Throw a different one in, got different tones, you have more cows. Same with the bugling side of things. I can sound really mopey. I can throw a location bugle out there, a real high pitched location bugle, or I can get real aggressive and throw voice into it and get real emotional with your calling. That is the biggest reason why I run diaphragms. Because sometimes, like me, as I'm solo hunting this weekend, I'm really disciplined on how I'm calling. So therefore, I want soft. I want not aggressive. Unless I need to drop the hammer, what's nice is I can drop the hammer. The problem I have, and it's not a problem, don't take that to heart. The open reed bugle tubes sound the same day in and day out. It's real hard to throw emotion in it. There's people that have mastered it and is able to throw some kind of emotion into an open reed bugle tube. I had a hard time with it. I like the freedom that I have with the diaphragms. But for those people with the gag reflexes, Rocky Mountain hunting calls, and us at the store, we carry a wide selection. We actually carry the open reed diaphragms or bugle tubes, and we also carry the bugle just straight through and through bugle tubes. The one I have here, this one is the Bully Bull Extreme. This is my favorite bugle tube. I've seen a lot of elk get called in with one of these. I did buy and purchased another one. They have a new series out. It's their aluminum. Haven't tried it yet. The reason I haven't tried it yet is because I'm solo hunting. I like this tube. It puts out a lot of volume. But on another note, why I carry this tube is it's long, so I can actually holster this in my pack and take it out anytime I need. I like the extra length because of that. But on that note, I think their Bully Bull Extreme tube is probably one of the loudest sounding tubes, and it's got a big open port on the mouth end, which allows me to either do a lot of emotion or none at all. But with that, make sure you guys practice on your off season. Again, record yourself. That's a good tip. Just listen back on how you're sounding. Play with different diaphragms. One diaphragm might work, but one might work better. Those are fundamentals that are great for the off season. At Wind River, they usually throw a nice order in at the spring. This way it's available for everybody during the fall. And I'm telling you, these guys put a lot out there. So, and they buy a bunch of tubes. They'll usually have a whole bunch of diaphragms, and they also have a whole bunch of open reeds. Thanks for being a big supporter of my channel. That is our tip from Wind River Outdoor Company there in Lander, Wyoming. We'll catch you on the next one.